Kinu. I appreciate the pre-Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Whether you're tuning in now or after the live, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to timestamp this real quickly, but please make sure to hit that like button as I do the intro. And I would greatly appreciate it, as it will help more and more of us be able to unite, reach each other, and be able to have a space where we can at least put the truth out here, not have to worry about fake news to push the agenda, and actually just do some good old-fashioned technical analysis and go through the news together. So good evening, 6:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Welcome in, Gerardo. Angela, welcome in, love. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Ellis, good evening. Mark, Caston, welcome in. CJ2 Pilot, Cryptic Crypto, good evening. Sam, Mark, and Mo, welcome in. I'm so glad to see each and every one of you in here. Please make sure to hit the like button, as Mo mentioned. Oh, Johnson, good evening. And Mo, bless you for being in month one in Tom's Army, as I know you are, because you have me being abducted by aliens in month one. That's my face superimposed on there. Oh, yes, it is on that emoji. And CJ2 Pilot is in month 2. He has Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News, so I appreciate that. Terry, welcome in, love. Always great to see you in here. Garrett, Puentes, Brian, oh, Johnson, good evening. Arian, welcome in from Switzerland. Alessandro, bullish. We held a very important level. Does anybody know what we held? It's a pattern formation. I'll wait for someone to say it. Well, I won't wait, but I'm interested to see if anybody knows, and I hinted at it in my title. What have we held so far? What was the pattern formation we held, which is often a bull flag continuation pattern? If you can hold this structure. I'm going to quiz the audience right off the bat as I make sure you hit that like button. We don't do Thanksgiving in Ireland. Hello, all. Tanya, welcome in, my birthday sister. Oh, well, that is interesting to know. Our Thanksgiving's it starts for me in 5 hours and 27 minutes. It starts, it's actually on the 23rd on Thursday. We need to appreciate, okay. So what's going on with XRP? I appreciate the attempts. 51 people already in here. Well, I didn't know how many people would be in here with Thanksgiving right around the corner. 33 likes. Please make sure to hit that like button, as it will greatly... Wait a minute. Tanya. I read it so quickly, I thought it was the other Tanya. Tanya, love, welcome in. This is the very important Tanya, because she got me to buy H-Bar. Yes, indeed. So you know what I'll do to thank Tanya? Tanya, H-Bar's up 7.15% to 624. It's riding beautifully the formation we've put in front of us before. And this is exactly what I showed the audience. It had a breakout, a retest, which it actually was that like this. I don't know what happened to the other one. There was the and or one, as most of you know if you watch this religiously. But that's the absolute perfect breakout and retest. That's what you want. See, this got moved over. That was over. So that's what you want. You want to retest like that. And then if you get that, we can try to break on top of this channel now, the rising channel at 677. 677. So right now we're looking good. We have a golden cross in the daily. We had to come back down and hold 573. Now it looks like we're risking putting in a hammer candle here. It's technically a little bearish right now, but tell that to someone when you're up 7.1% on the day. I think we're actually looking pretty good for H-Bar. Now our next attempt, if we kind of in fact close above, and it looks like we're way above it, but if we close the daily above 597, it looks like our next target's going to be up here around the 666 level. I really believe that this is something that we're going to have to do here. And it looks really nice what's going on here with H-Bar. Especially because now it looks like it's pulling in a shoulder here as well. If this breaks out now, you're going back into that channel and then some. I know a lot of people are here for XRP. So let's get into XRP. Tanya, I hope that helped. And let me know if that was too quick. I can always go back to it. As always, I appreciate you more than you probably even know. Although I guess that's not true in your case, because you know I greatly appreciate you. For XRP, what the important hold was that descending channel. Oh, thank you, Tanya. I greatly appreciate that. Well, it's okay, Tanya. It's fine. You can call me Tim, Tom, whatever. It's all the same to me. But the daily time frame, we can see a nice hold here. What I was mentioning in the opening of this live stream is we had to hold the descending channel, as we know. And now we have. Right now, this is a beautiful reversal. We circled this morning because we did have a death cross, and we talked about how it's a lagging indicator, so it could very well just pull right back through. But we had to come back above 605, and that was our target this morning. To get above there and hold it for the daily close, we're going to do that. It's going to look beautiful. We're going to be here together in 23 minutes. Let's not forget that. This is going to be a beautiful close here tonight. We talked yesterday about fireworks. Would we be looking for an 11% drop, or would we be looking for the bullish reversal? That was our two options. Right now, we very well could be taking the bullish reversal option. And like we talked about yesterday, if we could sneak up here and form this right side of a W reversal. And we talked about both sides of this because we really didn't know. Was it going to shoot through here and come all the way down here and fill that gap? Because we took all that topside liquidity. I would love to believe that we did this, even though that was a fake out. It just continued on. Came back through, and now you hold, and we can start bouncing up by level. We need to next retake the 645, followed by the 663, and then followed by the 75 cents on our way up to the pattern formation here. And it's cool to talk about this because even when it's bearish, it's good to just look at this stuff. If this is really doing what a bull flag should, it should hold this. This is just the overall pattern. I put the bear flag in here because this is what some people were speaking to, and I thought it was wrong because we're in a bull flag in that scenario. But nonetheless, I put it on here because this is the overall pattern. If we can break up here, and the estimation is if it does this, it would be by December 10th. Ironically, that's my dad's birthday. He'll be 65, God bless him. I'll be 40 in December 17th, so a week after that is my birthday. And then, as you know, a week after that is Christmas Eve. So that's what we're looking at. So XRP, I'm still looking for this target up here at 85 cents. Everybody who watches me knows that's what I'm anticipating. Unless we lose this descending channel, this is what I'm anticipating, a move up here. I really think that this can happen in year of end. It's just if we lost that descending channel and that pattern, just for transparency purposes, and I don't know how many people are in here, 75. So I don't know how many of you are in here that are new. But if you've been here before, you've heard me talk about this. But if you're new, I'm going to go back and do the proper validation for each and every one of you. Because honestly, I'll be honest with you. One thing I'm thankful for this year is my not just growing audience, but my more understanding, my more loving, and my more positive audience that we've put together here in 23. 22, it wasn't so positive. 21, we were just dicks. Not you, me too. That's how we got our headway. I was just kind of a dick. And, you know, that's not the way I want to perceive myself, but it was also a good niche in the beginning because it fit into my personality. I'm a hard-blooded Italian or cold-blooded Italian with Lebanese in me, so it fit. But what I realized along the way was that we need to be more loving and inviting. So 2023 has been a great transformational year. 24 is going to just start off, we're going to start off hot. And anybody who followed in our footsteps in 23, you're going to love 24. If you follow through and stay true in 24, 25, 26, and 27, and I know it's going to be a long journey together, and here's how I can promise you, assuming the Lord allows me to be here, that I won't miss a day, God willing. I've been here since March, the end of March of 2021 was my first day. I've never missed a day. Not one single iota. I know a lot of YouTubers and social media influencers are taking off for Thanksgiving as they should, but I'll be here. I will be here right when I get up in the morning. I will do the midday, not midday market report because the markets are closed, but I have every intention of doing a live tomorrow night on Thanksgiving leading into the daily close. Crypto never sleeps and Tom never takes a day off. And I pride myself on it. You don't know how many comments I've had that have told me to take tomorrow off. I will not. Not because I can't, but because I want to be here. I actually want to be here. Like, this isn't a job to me. I like this. I actually enjoy doing this. And the more I get to know each and every one of you, the more I just feel the commitment, the energy, I just want to be here. And that's because of all of you. I could do this in my spare time, not do YouTube, but I love doing this. I love doing this and I love to be here with each and every. That's the bottom line. So I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Not just the ones in here right now, not just the ones that are watching, But we're over 18,990 subscribers now. We might actually get that Thanksgiving 19,000. We're less than 10 subscribers away from 19,000. But I want to thank everybody for the 19,000. You know, almost. So, Gerardo, you the GOAT, Tom. So are all of you. That's why I'm here. We're going to look at XLM as well, Tanya. We're going to go through the slew of cryptocurrency. But I just wanted to say that to each and every one of you for helping me not only expand the audience, but help me be a kinder, gentler, more understanding XRP future millionaire. A more positive Tom. Because it's done not just wonders in the community. Everybody needs to ask Julie. I've been transforming for years because I was very, very rah, very rambunctious and loud and yelly when I first met Julie because I was raised that way. But she's helped me over the last almost 10 years. I'm much different than I was 10 years ago when I first turned 30 going into my 40s. So I'm proud of that. But even more in 23, I'd become a listener again. I'd become a listener, and that's what I needed to do. I used to be a very good listener, but because of certain things, I stopped listening. In 23, I've definitely become a listener again. So here we go. Does that mean Bob is gone, Tanya? Terry? Well, Terry, Tom can't get rid of me even if he wants to. Well, Bob, I can't get rid of that guy. He's just here all the time. Well, Tom, there's nothing wrong with being positive, but we've still got to stay on the right track. Yes, Bob, that's how we do stay on the right track, by being positive. Well, Tom, when I first came here, you know what, Bob? We know how it went. But yes, Bob will still be here. Well, Bob, it's not all going to be 100% positive. I have my moments. And Bob comes out. He just came out last week, and he has his moments. So, for anybody who's new, if I haven't lost you yet, we have 91 people in here now. Really? Well, I'm very impressed by that. Make sure to hit that like button. 62 likes. If you want to give me something for Thanksgiving to pay it forward, hit that like button. Share this on YouTube. Or you can always join Tom's Army. I would love to see more of you in Tom's Army. Only about less than 1% of my audience, about 0.6% of my audience has ever joined Tom's Army. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I do have over 18,990 subscribers in the audience. So even 0.5% of that over time is still 700-800 different people that have found their way into Tom's Army at one time or another. So I think it's really crucial. So anyhow, let me get back to this if you're new. So this is the pattern formation. January 2018, started the resistance. Support started back here in May of 2017, but that's not important. We'll just say the downtrending resistance started 2018. We had this first hit of support down here. Let me bring out the arrow, it's easier. So January 2018, all-time highs. Came down here to start the uptrending support in April of 2020. Then we came up, had a nice spike up to like 80 cents. Came back down on the lawsuit announcement in December 2020, right around 12 cents. Then we had a push up of about 19x, 18x. Then we came all the way back down, held that 2020 uptrend in 2022 and 2023. So what I'm saying is this pattern formation has been going on for over, if we look at it realistically, 5 full years now that we're getting into December. 5 full years. So our pattern resistance, it makes perfect sense to come up here to that 85 cents, 852. And then if we bounce off of it, that's estimated at December 10th. You could technically rise up to 210 over time. That's the technical breakout target. Now, you could also break out in December of 24 when the pattern concludes. And then you have a technical target. It starts at $1.70, but then it goes much higher as it continues. So it just all depends how you want to play this out. And that's the same breakout to $1.70 as if you had a breakout here that went to 210. That just would be a breakout before the pattern's completed, and that would be a huge bullish move. Now, if we have to go longer, this goes down, and don't get scared. This goes down to the 2017 uptrend, and that brings us out into late 25, 26. And then if we have to go to the 2013 uptrend, it very well could bring us out all the way to 28. I don't anticipate that going all the way down there by 28. I could see it drawn out that far. But I think the more likely scenario is by December of next year, we have that big breakout. I'm hoping it happens sooner. Let me be transparent. I hope it happens right now. That's why I put this up here. That target is around December 10th, and that happens if you hold this descending channel as we are right now, and we get out of the rising channel resistance, which is now at 645, and then you break over the 663, which It is important, but it's not. So let's get rid of the 663. The 65, the 65, roughly 645 area. It could be all the way up to 647 if we go out into December. But I like that 645, get on top of that rising channel resistance, then get above 75 cent swing high, and then ultimately get above the pattern formation high at 93 cents in this newly found formation. Now, the one thing I will continue to say, we have a nice cup and handle forming from July. That is something that we continue to talk about, that's not completed until we get either a rejection at 937 for a double top, or we just lose this rising or the descending channel and just break down. As long as we're on the top side of the descending channel, yes, you can say we're overtly bearish because we're underneath the rising channel that goes back to June of 2022. And I would say kudos for understanding that part of the pattern. But on a bull flag breakout attempt, we're consolidating as we should, aside from that fake news event. Now, that fake news event could have been used to our advantage, and we used all that topside liquidity and came down in one fair swoop, and now we can reverse because we don't have that bullshit up there. You can also look at it that way. Excuse my French. Sometimes it comes out. And the 4 hourly, we're looking beautiful. Beautiful. Another bullish candle, close over 614, we'd be looking fantastic. Under it right now, so it still looks good, but we haven't cleared a new high. Tanya Nuttall, welcome in. There's my birthday sister. Welcome in. Our birthday's coming up on December 17th. Yes, hit those likes. I would greatly appreciate it. You know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised we have 100 people in here on the night before Thanksgiving. I know not all of my audience celebrates Thanksgiving because you're on the other side of the world. But wow. 75 likes. We're at a 75% clip. Maybe we should get to 100. But you could always send a YouTube super chat. Not a single donation on Thanksgiving Eve. But that's okay. And nobody joined Tom's Army today either, but we will grind to try to get one person to join. If I come on Thanksgiving, I believe one person will. But I'll be here regardless. Yada, yada, yada. Roland's birthday's one day after my dad's on December 11th. Beautiful. What a great day. You going to watch the boxing fight Saturday? Oh, if you're talking about the boxing fight of Michigan versus Ohio State, I don't care about any other boxing, whether it's actual boxing or MMA or any of that nonsense, because Michigan versus Ohio State is all I care about on Saturday. That's it. That's it. I'm from Michigan, so I can't care about anything else but that game, the game, without our head coach. I can think of nothing better for my Thanksgiving and my early birthday present than Michigan beating Ryan Day and Ohio State without their head coach. And all these whining Ohio State fans that are probably in my audience too, don't take this too personally because you always make fun of me. But you can't beat Michigan, so you cry foul that we're cheating. You know, we knew you've been cheating for decades when you were paying players, but we never said anything. We just got better and started paying players ourselves. And now you guys are crying like a bunch of babies. And now if you lose against our coach that's not there, you can't cry foul anymore, see? But that's football talk. But back to XRP. XRP's up 5.74%. Hey, you didn't hear Michigan fans screaming that you guys were cheating and going to the, you didn't hear Michigan going to the NCAA saying that they're paying players even though we all knew it was happening. Right? But now Michigan levels the playing field and everybody's got a problem across the country. I get it. But, you know, the SEC needs to pipe down a little bit. I think the SEC's just mad because we're infringing on their territory. Absolutely. Hey, we are just like the SEC, and I'm proud of it. I've been saying for 20 years since we won our title in 97 and couldn't win it again in 2007 and on. I said we need to go the cheating route, and we need to start paying players before it's allowed. Now it's not a cheating route. But I said we need to do whatever we need to do to pay players to get them here. Now we have a higher payroll than most of the SEC. That's why we have better players. Everybody thinks it's because the SEC is better. No. They just started paying players earlier like Ohio State. And Ohio State was smart. Everybody thinks that Michigan should have been mad. No, they're idiots, Michigan. Ohio State was so much smarter than Michigan, and everybody gets mad when I say this as Michigan fans. I've been saying this for decades. Ohio State was so smart to pay players before us. You can't beat the SEC, you join the SEC. That's why Jim Tressel, they all want to run him out of town. I think he was a fucking genius. I was actually proud of what he was doing at Ohio State. I'm a Michigan fan because he actually knew what it took to win a championship, just like Urban Meyer. He said, the hell with it. I'm going to pay somebody 6 figures a year to go scout Michigan. That's all you need to do. Now Michigan doesn't, everybody gets mad. You know, it is what it is. Michigan's just stupid because they They don't know how to hide it. Hey, we didn't know about it. Come on. Okay. Did you get the scouting report, dummies? Anyhow, let's continue with XRP. XRP, so this dot cross was the most important part on the 4 hourly to invalidate this dot cross. And what we've done today, and I circled it this morning just so we knew, we needed to get back on top of this. And if we did, look out, because this W reversal was showing yesterday if we could just pull this right side up. Now, if we continue on up to here, get above 645 and continue on, these descending channels, as we've talked about day after day after day, and I'm not talking about Ryan Day, I'm talking about the day. So, right now, this W reversal, we first, as we talked about earlier, we needed to break above here. But as we talked about day after day after day, this descending channel is actually bullish. If you could come down here, hold the support, and then retest it on the outside and break out. This is very bullish. These are bull flag breakout attempts. Yes, they can be bearish reversals if you break down, but if you hold it and you hold this descending channel, these are bullish reversals at the highest level. And it should bring us to 85 cents. What's T doing?
He's in the room, door shut. Michaela's making food.
Oh, so she's looking. So, sounds good, Julie. You be safe picking up Scar Art.
I have the address. I'm gonna.
It's when you turn in off of Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's the 4th house on the right.
Fourth?
I believe so. You'll see it because it's got a big white front and it's got a enclosure. Yes, covered. All right, I love you. All right, sorry. Julie's going to pick up the 10-year-old, so I just wanted to make sure she knew which house it was because I walked her over there. She lives literally not too far away. It was less than a quarter-mile walk, but we like to walk. But Julie's driving. So this is what we're looking at, this descending channel. We got the daily close in 7 minutes. And by the way, while I'm talking, has anybody heard that the Federal Reserve is now exempt from taxes? Has anybody heard that? I can't find anything to support it, but I know it happened because I read the little amendment within the... So basically what happened in the USA, when we agreed to not raise the debt, or when we agreed to raise the debt ceiling within there, there was an amendment that now the Federal Reserve doesn't pay taxes. I mean, what the hell? I thought I was nuts when I was reading that. And then I heard Gregory Mannarino repeat it today, 4 days after I read it, and I'm like, Gregory Mannarino's been talking about it for the last couple days. What is going on? So if he's talking about it, yeah, we'll just pay for it, no problem. Okay, so it does. I haven't looked at his, because I'm on his email list, so at least I get the Mannarino Market Index and MMRI, and then I also get his daily articles. I don't read them all because he puts out a lot, but I do read a fair amount. I like Gregory Mannarino. Some people don't in my audience, but that's okay. Yeah, it was something buried within the bailout to allow the federal government to keep running. They are now tax exempt to not have to hinder the cost of basically borrowing money and then having to pay the interest and the taxes, which, I don't know. How are you going to bite the hand that feeds you? You know, you don't want to keep giving the U.S. populace a reason to, oh, I don't know, and I don't want to say a lot, but revolt. Back to crypto. So we're looking at the daily close here, but I appreciate some of you commenting and seeing what was going on. This descending channel, these are bullish reversals still. These are bullish reversals, ladies and gentlemen. And because the whales are buying in, and we'll talk about this in a second, the descending channel, and sometimes when you listen to me, and if you have cannabis, make sure you, if you want to tag along and join, it's legal in my state. You don't have to have a card or anything since 2017, and starting in 2018. No, was it after that? No, yeah, it was. 2020 is when you could have it without a card. But all the way back in 2009, I had a medical card. But now in 2020, everybody can just get it. So the descending channel. So what is a descending channel? Descending channel is drawn by connecting the lower highs and lower lows of a security's price with parallel trend lines to show a downward trend. Traders who believe a security is likely to remain within its descending channel can initiate trades when the price fluctuates within the channel trend line boundaries. So a descending channel flag, the descending channel flag pattern forms when a sharp upward trend is interrupted by a consolidation period. During this period, the price trades in a narrow range, heading up and down each time with slightly lower supports and resistance. The consolidation phase forms a flag-shaped pattern that points down. Guys, that's exactly what we're looking at. These are bullish patterns if you can hold. Yes, yes, the legend says they can be bearish reversals if you break down. But that's always the case in something like this, and it would show you that even though it looked like a bullish turnaround in the market, that it was a fake out. So what is actually happening here? So what has technical analysis taught us in just the last week alone? It taught us here in about actually the last 10 days that one, that was a fake out. And even though everybody mocked the community, I said the technical analysis isn't seeing it. This is a gigantic fake out. And I got criticized that day when I came live. And you know what? Made me better for it because I stood by my principles and said, I'll see you down here. I'll see you in 24 hours. And what happened? 24 hours later, we were down here and those people didn't show up to the live. And they haven't been back since. So now we came down here and we stayed within resistance, higher high, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Lower low. See what's happening here? Lower high, or we have another lower high, lower low. So this continues on, but this time, for the first time since this descending channel, besides this fake out nonsense, pushed by misinformation by your favorite YouTubers, and social media influencers, this is our first chance of higher or lower high, lower low outside of the descending channel. This could be our first signal of a breakout. This had to correct all the way down here, and we called for this. That's why we had the 581 target. And now that it bounced off of this, besides a wick, and I always try to explain to people, wicks are nothing more than a wick, period. Now we're trying to push back up. Now our next major resistance, if this in fact does happen, and we close, all we need to do in the 4-hourly is close above 605. And we can start the first step of invalidating that first valid death cross. We had it this morning. It hadn't happened yet, but I told everybody it was going to. But it was our job to invalidate it. So we had the death cross after the update this morning about a couple hours later. Now we're trying to invalidate it, which we will on this next 4-hour candle. Now, in order to validate the invalidation, and I know it's funny because people are like, you're just making shit up. I'm not. You have to break back over the June of 2022 rising channel resistance, and that would validate that move. It's that simple. And then if you get back up there, you would have a technical move up here to try to signal if you've actually invalidated that entire structure. And that's what you would have to do. I mean, that's what you would have to do. Oh my God, you're a hero, Justin. Justin, you're my hero. And welcome in, Sean Crothers, my main man from Maine and one of the most trusted mods in here. Justin joined Tom's Army. We in fact got one new member of Tom's Army. That's the first one today. I appreciate that. You don't know how much that means to me, that you paid it forward in that fashion. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much for that. And that's month 1, as you know, because you have me being abducted by aliens, the emoji badge. Month 2 is below you, Tanya. That's Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. And month 3 is just below you with Miss Vicky. That's the XRP meteor coming down to Earth. And then month 12 and beyond, all the way to 24, is Tanya Fallon. She has the 1-year plus badge of me saying I told you so, the astronaut. Man, is it awesome to see all of you on them. Oh crap, I need to read that. Once somebody comments down, I'll read that. So does everybody understand what we were talking about on XRP? And then we'll go over the daily close. 115 people. I am unbelievably honored. Tom, how do I send my trust wallet to Uphold? I mean, you can send parts of your trust wallet to Uphold. Like if you send XRP via the ledger out of your trust wallet, you'd have to send it through the ledger to Uphold. But I don't think you can just, I don't know. I don't use the trust wallet, but I don't know if you can link it to Uphold. If there's somebody in here who could answer that question further, I would greatly be appreciative. Every coin is each wallet. Okay. Been meaning to do that for a while. And finally had, oh, I want to finish reading that. Thank you so much, Justin. That means an awfully lot to me. It really does. See, Justin paid it forward on this Thanksgiving Eve, and I greatly appreciate that. And everybody who's paid it forward. Even just hitting that like button. We have 97 likes, 119 people in here now. I thought it said 86. Wow, thank you, everybody, for continuing to come in here as this live's going on. Hi, Scarlett. How was it at Kaylee's? You had fun? Did you talk about Saturday? Or Friday?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Me.
Maybe? That's okay. I'm glad you asked. All right, sorry. So the 10-year-old just got home. So she had a play date today, and she was very excited about it at her friend's house. Aussie, welcome in. I appreciate you tuning in on this Thanksgiving Eve here in the USA. So XRP, hey, John Patak, welcome in. And John Patak has the, John, is that the 4th or is that the 6-month badge that you have? I think you have the 6-month badge. That's the XRP predictor. I love that one. That's the XRP predictor, I call it. I was so excited when I released that one. Get addresses from Uphold for each coin one at a time. Do each coin at a time. Don't forget tags. Thank you, Roland. Thank you. I didn't know if you could do that because I only use the Zoom wallet. Okay, good. So you can just build a trust between them. That's good to see. That's great to see. Thank you for giving that information. What a beautiful community we have here with a lot of helpful hands. That's why I always say positivity over negativity. We have to do it that way. I am Justin. I am on Telegram. I don't comment as much as I used to. I mean, I comment to people who comment to me. But I'm trying to build it back up with a bunch of new faces. And if you're in Tom's Army, you can certainly join us in the Telegram here. Let me go on to my YouTube real quick on my phone. And I'll put it in the comments right now so that you can just click the link. Or so that you can click, you got to send me an email. XRP Future Millionaire. I mean, not XRP Future Millionaire. strutregali@gmail.com. That's me right there. So if you just want to send me an email, I don't know why I didn't put it out there as my email. Just click on it. But just send me an email there. And then you can, I'll send you a link to the Telegram. Anybody who's in Tom's Army, you can get that link as well. That's not something I did because I wanted people to join Tom's Army. That's because we had so many people join Tom's Army that I had to do something so everybody could talk to each other. And now it's been revamped. There was a bunch of people that tried to ruin it. It's taken 1.5 years, but it's revamped. And now there's new people joining each and every day. So it's nice. Now, here's another question. Of course, I would share that link, you sleazeballs. I'm going to pin this. I had a lot of people ask me about the no KYC to trade XRP within the USA and worldwide. Now that FEMX wasn't allowing it, that's I've done a lot of studies here, and it took me a while to do this. I know I told people I would do it, but BitUnix, it took me 6 weeks to work the actual platform. That's one that I didn't need to do a KYC. I can futures trade, I can spot trade, and I can send my cryptos from different exchanges as long as it's on and off ramping from crypto exchanges. I don't need to do a KYC. I don't know how much longer that's going to happen, but please take advantage of that and click on that. It's always good to have more on and off ramps to get out of different sites and be able to buy different things and send them to different. So BitUnix, as well as some of the other ones, low spot fees. You can buy your XRP there and then send it to fucking Uphold so you don't pay the extraordinary fees. But Uphold's the safekeeping if you want to store it on an exchange, or you send it to Zoom. I've been trying so hard to find people now that FEMX, I knew last month, about 5-6 weeks ago, I talked about it, how they decided that they were going to go away just like MEXC and BitGet did. Fortunately, MEXC still lets us use their platform if we're in the USA. They just don't accept new users at this time from the USA. BitGet just said the hell with all US users. I can still trade on there, but they make it very difficult. But BitUnix now, at least they're allowing you to do it. No KYC, very low spot fees, actually. I was pretty impressed. For the next week, you can trade on BitUnix and not have any spot fees for XRP. That's a promotion they're doing right now. So if you're interested in trading XRP, whether it's futures or spot, there's no spot fees on that for the next week. I do know that on BitUnix. That's something they're doing right now. So please take advantage of it while you can. 85 cents, that's what we're trying to determine right now. We had a daily close today. I'm sorry, I was trying to talk through it so that we could get here. A nice daily close Now, to answer your question, if we can push up on this daily candle, retake this 618 level, and ultimately push this W reversal and get back on top of this 6, it's approximately 6-4. It depends where we do this. Let's just say 647. We get, or 648. We get on top of this rising channel resistance. It looks like there's more than meets the eye here. And if we can do a proper reversal, we're on top of this descending channel. We've tested the descending channel again for a third time. And now we're breaking out of it. If we can do this, we'll play the golden cross true. And we should come up to 85 cents. We do need to pass two key resistance right now. 648 and 75 cents. Now, those are key resistance. Because I still think we're building a cup and handle from July where we would need to double top at the very least at 937. Yes, John, thank you. A big thank you. Oh my God, yes. Thank you. I see some people comment it, but I think you're the first person to it. Yes. A big cup and handle. Just like this. First layer, right? First, boom. Then you could come up here. And what does that do? First layer, second layer, ultimate cup and handle. Right? That's what I'm looking for. Ethereum looks fantastic. Ethereum, and I can look at Ethereum. And we'll go, here, everybody, let's go through the slew of them real quick. I don't know how many we have here. 115, 112 likes. If you have the cannabis, I'm going to light it again. Please make sure you join me with this. I'd appreciate it. If you want to pay it forward, YouTube Super Chat would be greatly appreciated. Join Tom's Army or simply hit the like button and share this. That's really all I care about. I do appreciate, you know, getting excited over the Super Chats or somebody joining Tom's Army because I know they're paying it forward. But what makes me the most excited is having each and every one of us in here and trying to allow this to expand. So Ethereum, as somebody brought up, honestly, nice reversal candle. It's engulfing already. If we can come up here, retake the new high at 2092 and get on top of this formation here, this is doing, it would be a next layer breakout. And if you get on top of this bear flag, which some could argue that once you break this bear flag, if it does it real, you come up to 34.52. I know it seems crazy, but that's the move if it breaks up. If it breaks down, you could have a move if it plays out true in the March of next. Actually, it takes a while. So let's see. We would prefer a breakout here instead of seeing 755 all the way out in, 26 land. So it's okay, Ren. You can look at whichever chart you want. It's all going to say the same stuff. The point here is this is the chart I use with Ethereum. My chart's not going to look... It looks a little bit different because we didn't get the fully engulfing candle. I guarantee yours probably made a new high already today within the last candle. Most likely. But, oh, well, the other reason why yours might not look the same as mine, I have the Heikinashi on. So mine looks different with the candle bodies. I have the real formation. I don't just have the actual whole candle. I have the wicks on mine because I use the Heikinashi. Something that I really appreciate. So that's the only reason it really looks different, my friend. Not saying there's anything wrong with either or. Mine might even be the wrong chart they'll be looking at. But I'm just saying that's why it probably looks different. So resistance, right? Whoa. I can honestly say that is the single biggest donation I have ever received at one time. That is the single biggest donation I've ever received at one time. That is something. That is something that can stop you in your tracks when you see that. Prosperity Fund, I'm not even sure what to say here. Says, Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for all you do. Regular XRP updates are key to the moon. $250 update. Or $250 donation. Hold on one sec, guys. My mom's calling. I'm going to answer this because you never know. My mom's getting older. You never know how many times you're going to be able to answer this call. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Sorry, I was just doing a live. Yeah, can you hear me? Mom? Hello? Mom? Yeah, can you hear me? You can't hear me? Can't. Huh. Hello? Mom? You can't hear me? Hello? All right, everybody. Sorry about that. I just wanted to talk to my mom real quick. There. Okay. So, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. And Prosperity. Thank you. His mom's gonna say she sent a super chat to someone, but yeah, you know, maybe my mom was calling because she was watching and she's like, hey, that was a nice donation, you know. I can use something for the Thanksgiving season. But no, it's always nice to get that phone call, only because, you know, I know so many probably watching right now wish they could have that phone call. And I know it's not going to be too long until I don't get that phone call. One of the things that suck about getting older, you know, a blessing and a curse. So anyhow, I thank the 123 people that are watching now. Wow, and Prosperity Fund, thank you so much for that. Like, that means a lot to me. It really does. I just sent, for anybody, you sent the biggest donation I've ever received at one time. Like, it's unbelievable. So I don't even know how to properly thank you. And with Ethereum, if we can break out of this bear flag, we could have a huge move on Ethereum, because this bear flag, you would have to have you'd pull that same way up, and that's a targeted breakout of 3,452. Now, if it breaks down, you could be looking down at 755. Now, with the talks of the Ethereum ETF, with BlackRock getting behind it, do we really think it's going to 755? Or do we think there's a lot of white noise right now, and actually crypto is more bullish than people want us to think? It's the same narrative I've been saying when you buy the accumulation phase in 23. Prosperity Fund, much love, Tom. I knew it would be meaningful before Thanksgiving. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Truth be told, a lot of the stuff that I earn on YouTube, I just send a lot of it to my mom because she's struggling, and I just send it to her. You know, this is the way I can do it above and beyond with what I earn outside of YouTube. I can actually, that's why it's meaningful to me. You know, my mom's, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't want to get into it. But thank you, Prosperity. I appreciate it. So, but you know, one day we're all going to be able to take care of people the way we want. It's going to be our job to do it. You know, just because your family doesn't buy into it, just because your friend, well, maybe not friends, but just because your family or your significant people around you don't buy into it, doesn't mean that you don't take care of them when this all hits the fan, because you should. So here we go. So we got that closed. At least we closed this candle over this dot cross. And this, by closing where we did, we've now invalidated that move, I believe. Yes, we did. We've now invalidated the dot cross for the time being. And look at that W that could possibly form. For this right side of the W to actually form and validate, first we need this to come back up. We really need this to come on over the 645. Let's not sugarcoat it. 645. But yeah, I mean, other than that, this descending channel, the fact that it's holding, and if we do this properly, it's not a curse if we can hold. The only reason it would be a curse that they faked us out here and took all this liquidity is that we could never get back up here and break past this rising channel. Now, if we get back up here and we don't have to worry about this big move down first, that's how you open the door by holding this descending channel. That's how we could technically open the door here. Whoops. I don't want the fib. I hate the fib. Not saying I hate people that use the fib. I just think it makes me lazy. That's just me. Just the same reason I don't ride a bike to the gym, even though I could. I have an electric bike. Like a pedal assist bike. I'd rather walk the 1.6 miles there and back because I'm more in tune with what's around me, and it makes me take things for less granted. You know, the more you have to do to get from point A to point B, the more appreciative you are of getting to point A and going to the store, or going to the gym, or going anywhere in life. I think having a car, you know, sometimes we get the places so easily, we don't appreciate the places we go. It's just, how do we get back to where we started? If I want this to do what we need to do, XRP now today, we need to see this in 4-hour candles. So we've got, and let's not even talk about today. Let's break it down into 4-hour segments. In 3 hours and 42 minutes, we would like to see XRP continue this bullish progression and end up over 6163. That rising channel resistance is ultimate resistance, Terry. It absolutely is a very strong. Right now it's at 645. That's been our ultimate resistance since June of 2022. And as you see back here, in July of 23 and August, roughly, no, July, we'll just say July and November of 23, no matter how high we went, we just came right back in. That's why if we could hold this descending channel, this would be the first real structure. The last time we had a chance at this, we just broke down. And look, that's the other thing, and this is what could make you nervous. Does this look similar? Oops. Does this look similar? See this formation? It's not the same because you had a higher high here as to where you had a lower high. So that's a big difference here if you're just looking high, higher high, high, lower high. But you see the structure? See the structure? This doesn't look as good and pure as this one. This looks more real. This looks more like a fake out structure. So we're going to see. As long as we can hold this descending channel, it's not just going to be a freaking nice Thanksgiving because it's going to take time. It's going to be a fantastic New Year. It will probably rise about 30% from here by New Year's Eve. If we don't lose this descending channel, and that's a big if. But a 30% move between here and 6 weeks from now is a pretty nice move. Or 5 weeks from now. I'm just wondering, would everybody be happy if XRP finished around 85 cents in this year? But, all right, let me go to a few other things very quickly here. Bitcoin, we already talked about H-bar, we talked about Ethereum, we talked about a lot of XRP. Bitcoin, 37,428. We've maintained on top of this broadening wedge that we identified so early it was disturbing. We were able to identify it when everybody thought it was a bull flag. We had the breakdown target down to 25,194, hit it perfectly, came back up over here. We broke back above the top of the broadening wedge. We had our breakout target that was there, and it ended up satisfying it at 37,980 approximately, I think it was. Actually, it was a little bit lower, but now we have our swing high at 37,980. I think it was like 37,007 something or 8 something was actually the target. Had another move above, got rejected, so we actually moved the line up just a little bit so we could see the real swing high. And then this is the 34,400 area. As long as we held that broadening wedge, we're looking fantastic. Now, if this was a fake out move and it was just to gain liquidity, now if we can get on top of 37,980 and hold that pivot point, we're going to validate that move up, and the pivot point swing high now should be invalidated. And now the actual entirety of this broadening wedge can play out because you hold the broadening wedge breakout. Now you can have the technical target, which is 42,706. Remember, that's like a 5,000 point swing to the top. That would certainly give XRP the ability to have everything and then some, maybe even more than 85 cents. You never know. So I'm looking at it from not just the optimistic, but because I've had this formation set out for a very long time. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And just remember, if anytime it loses 34,400, you don't have to guess. It would be the length of this move back down, because that's the move that was up by the size of the wedge, the broadening wedge. And it would have to come back down to 26,800 likely, with a stopgap here, which could stop it with consolidation with about only a 3,500 to 4,000 point swing. You don't want to come back down, though. When you have a broadening wedge breakout at the time, you never want to come back into the broadening wedge. That's a very strong sign of weakness. But if it came down to 31,747, it's not a loss, because then you would top or retest the last bull flag breakout and use that as the new support, when at one time it was the new resistance. So it's not all lost, it's just you'd like to do this in a proportion. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm here, and I'm winding this down, ladies and gentlemen. I got to go inside and help Julie. We got to get some stuff ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I know her foot is really swollen. She had to do a lot today, more than she's accustomed to. So, big XLM right now, we still, remember the fake J hook. We're got to get out of this, just like with XRP. XLM, you just want above this 12 cents. Get back on top of 12 cents. You can start working your way up in the rotation. Then your next big resistance will be around 12.5 cents, and you'll have to work your way up. But technically, if we can get above 12.5 cents, we have a technical target. I'll put it over here, because you're going to break out over here somewhere. So the technical move, we'll just say it's still from here, because it would still be overextension there. So we'll make a little more. So 15,193 could be a technical breakout point there. Now, if you want to go higher and measure it from the other line up, that's fine. But I'm trying to get it back over the actual formation here. And then DGB 00758. DGB, interesting candle close. Still below the daily though, unfortunately. DGB's in that same descending channel as XRP. It doesn't be the rally attempt. It's just, it's going to come all the way back down here and retest 0.067. You really, it doesn't have to, but it's not uncommon for it to do it. I'm hoping that that was our low part of that descending channel. Now we can break out of it like XRP and start swinging back up to 953. It's in dire needs to hit that 953. That's a long, stubborn cup and handle here going back to July. But furthermore, it's got an even bigger one up at that 1079 level approximately, going back to April of 23. So that's the one I'm watching. And then you could even go back farther and say, well, Tom, that actually started way back here, which I'd say you're not wrong. And that goes back to February. So it's been working on this for almost a year. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, please make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. But when I started this live, we were only 8 subscribers away from 19,000 subscribers. If you appreciate what I do, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be a great way to commemorate this Thanksgiving. Remember, take advantage of BitUnix while you can before 24. If there's a video description, there's something pinned in the comment section here, because everybody kept asking. I finally could give you an honest opinion. Take advantage of the no KYC in the USA and abroad, because I'm sure it's going to end when 24 starts. But at least they support USA for now. We seem to be getting less and less. I do. If you do appreciate my work, please hit that subscribe button. You can always send a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army. But hitting that like button and share really does help more than anybody could ever imagine. Prosperity Fund and Justin, I appreciate you both for your generosity. Prosperity Fund, I thank you for the biggest donation I've ever received. And I welcome Justin to Tom's Army in month 1, because that's the greatest gift of all. Because that's something that I love to see people continue on with the emoji badges month by month, all the way up through 24 months. And our longest active member right now, I think, is through like over 30 months, I believe now. It's crazy. And there's a few going back into 21. So this is XDC. We broke out of this area. Your mom, I appreciate that. We love you, Tom. That means a lot to me. Crypto Scrooge, no problem. Roland, you're welcome. MKP, thank you. Thank you. So, we didn't get the retest back here. We broke up, hit the resistance, and now it was coming back down. Not saying it was going to retest, but we've at least retested that area. It's just we've never retested the breakout point. But we talked about this. Even though it looked like a bull flag, wasn't it really just a bear flag? And we talked about it. It's no secret who's been watching this. But we stay ahead of this. Now, did it need to come all the way to the 200? Some would say yes. I would argue it could meet it up there somewhere. But yeah, it could come all the way down there. But we're looking to see if we can start a reversal here. 4 hourly is the first step of it, which is why I wanted to show this. And now what you really need to do is get over not just the 200-day here at the 5175. That's first step. Then in the daily time frame, we got to do some work. We've got to get back over. Okay. It's pretty close. We just got to get over 5226. And then we can start rolling back up. And maybe we can have a nice bullish Thanksgiving here. Because that's a W reversal and it retested the... I'm having a brain fart. See, even I can have a brain fart. If we were playing basketball, I'd say we're retesting the sweet spot. Does anybody know what I'm talking about on a W reversal? What are you retesting? What's that structure on the W reversal that you retest and understand whether it's bullish or bearish? What do we call it? Anybody in the audience that knows? Monk at Sam trying to quiz everybody. See, every time I say I'm going to leave, everybody starts leaving. I think not. Well, I guess that's good, though. That's good. But that's what we're looking at right now for XDC. Yes, that's one way of putting it. The golden pocket. I like that. I like that. Yeah, you're retesting that to make sure. V-chain. You are retesting the support, yes. The old resistance, that's a support. That is true. With V-chain, we came right up here as we anticipated. Now we're going to try to validate a structure move. We came down and held the 200-day, got back on top of the 20. Now if you do this in succession and get back on top of 2229, you're off to the races. And the next open structure is all the way up to the top there at 3-0. It could be a big move in store for V-chain if this does it properly. Same as ZIL. Does anybody remember when we talked about ZIL when we were down here and I said, guys, we're behind V-chain, so it's got to come up here. Now it's retesting the breakout. See, behind V-chain. And now it looks like it's retesting for a further breakout here. It's on its way. These are on their way. I think V-chain and ZIL might be back-to-back big moves. Casper, we bought it where we wanted to. I'm so proud of our community for doing that. First signs of a reversal, but you still got to get over 343 and ultimately get back over the top at 362. 4 hourly, I can almost guarantee looks pretty good. A lot of inverted hammers here. Volume starting to increase over the prior volume, but we need more. We need more. It could get another correction here, but we need more. We need to get over 34237 actually, first layer. And then last but not least, flare, and then I got to go. Up 4.56%. And anybody who bought this on the rotation, you are awesome as well. We bought this at 8 something. I don't remember what. But we're still trying to work off of this right now. We had a down cross. We have to try to push off. It looks like we're trying to put in some inversion here. And it looked like I put in a sneaky bull flag here. What's it looking like in the daily? Oh, yeah. Casper's looking. A lot of them are looking good right now. Another descending chain. I just played it out, but I'm just waiting for it to get back over here. I know it's going to. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Major move is a 62% chance to the top side. People be like, oh my God, it's 62. Yeah, well, you know, it's not guaranteed here. I can't help that there's a 38% chance it breaks down. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Although I will be here tomorrow, I promise you. I'll be here like I always am. And then the only other thing I guess we can just look at, Ripple whales trigger the market buzz. Massive transfers, XRP price slips in activity. Whales actively surge. Activity surge over 200 million tokens moved, indicating increased activity. About XRP market changes. And then I'm just going to read the key points and then I got to go. Major transfers, key transactions include 25.5 million XRP to Bitstamp, 85 million XRP between unknown wallets, and 90 million XRP by Ripple to an undisclosed wallet. Market impact, Ripple's possible involvement in these transfers, and analyst optimism for potential XRP price breakout. So I'm going to share this separately in a separate update here in a few hours. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed day, and thank you for the support and spending an hour with me.